All right, well, just hold on. Siddarth Bhamre of Angel Broking is also with us to give us his view on the index itself. Siddarth, it's been, facing a bit of resistance at this 8550 to 8600 level on the Nifty. Are you getting a sense that at any point this week this level could be taken out? And what would be the strategy for today?
Morning, Sonia. We are getting a lot of cues in Bank Nifty rather than Nifty. But just to mention the data points in Nifty, yesterday there was some selling which came. But then the kind of pessimism people developed within that 70-80 point fall, intraday fall, suggests that people are not long in this market, and this market may not give a very big correction anytime soon. At the same time, in option segment, where we were seeing a lot of activity happening around 86, 87, now activity is shifting towards 8800 call option also. So that means your ceiling is increasing a bit. So this is, from a data point, it doesn't says that one should short this market. We are still not form any long positions or short positions in Nifty. But interesting observation is in Bank Nifty. Yesterday, despite market falling in last half an hour, you see FIs have bought around 600 crores in index futures, and Bank Nifty has seen a rise in open interest of around 6%. That means this is a rough estimate that FIs have bought Bank Nifty yesterday. At the same time, one of the strategy which I have for today is going long strangle in Bank Nifty. We all know that Bank Nifty is stuck in a very narrow range of 18,750 on the lower side and 19,150, 9,200 on the higher side. Today you have SBI result, FIs forming long positions in Bank Nifty, and your IVs are around 18.5%. Last time, last month, if you see in mid of last series, IVs had come to this level, and then Bank Nifty corrected or gave a move. I am expecting Bank Nifty to breach this tight range of 200-300 points and move in either of the direction, and hence I suggest to buy 18,700 put option and 19,200 call option of Bank Nifty, combined premium of around 400. I am not giving any price target or a stop loss, but by next Monday or Tuesday, if Bank Nifty doesn't breach this level, you have to move out. Otherwise, time decay will eat the premium.
Fair point, Siddarth. We have, of course, more stock-related questions for you and Harendra, but we have to take a break, a mandatory one, before the pre-opening rates hit the screen. Back in a jiffy.
CNBC TV 18, celebrating 15 years of leadership.
Welcome back. Well, we just have less than a minute, so I wonder if we'll be able to squeeze much. Pull up the SGX Nifty and maybe pull up all the Asian stocks, Asian currencies as well. We would have an initial reaction to the yuan devaluation. The SGX Nifty is not reflecting that, but well, one has to be wary. There is a substantial percentage of Indian stocks like metals and tires at least, which have repeatedly complained of Chinese dumping, and this is going to make things worse for them. So initial impact on stocks is going to be negative. It may not be very, very heavy on the Nifty itself. We have a decent number of metal stocks, but they are already severely badgered. Another 2% perhaps won't hurt them so much. But on the mid-cap side, you will have a whole host of tire stocks as well. So we have to watch out for that impact. But we should know in a minute whether the markets think it's as big. At the moment, obviously still wavered, but it's the rupee I would watch out for. If I'm not mistaken, it was 63.78 where we closed. Okay, no, it was 63.87 where we closed. Let's see whether it takes a bigger hit at this point in time because of the devaluation. Yes, 64 is crossed. 64, 16, 15, that's where it's trending. So clearly rupee has taken the first knock of about 0.5%. That's powerful considering that this is one of the most stable performers compared to any other Indian asset class and compared across asset classes, currencies in emerging markets and equity assets. It's been a stable performer and it's taken a 0.5% knock. I would assume that this will be taken note of by equity traders as well. Not at the moment though. It's still in undecided terrain, if you please. The Sensex and the Nifty moving in opposite directions, but that's the dollar rupee. Bear that in mind. It's not a small fall at all for the rupee, and we have to watch out. Initially, a rupee fall will be good for us, but we have to see how much the rupee falls. Remember, the Chinese yuan is 2 percentage points lower. The rupee is 0.5% lower. So clearly, even now, there is a 1.6 percentage point advantage if you are multiplying by the yuan and selling your goods in India. That will make those goods much cheaper, or at least that much cheaper than what they were until yesterday. It's not going to be stock market positive for sure. At the moment, for some strange reason, ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank are taking a knock, and PNB and Power Grid, of course, Power Grid has reason to be where it is, up 1.5%. Infosys, GAIL are the other stocks that are gaining. Would like to see how Tata Steel fares, how the steel stocks are faring, how Vedanta fares, how Hindalco fares, Apollo Tyres fares. Those are the stocks that will have an incremental negative because of what we've got from China. It's not good news at all. It's a scary prospect.
Oh yes, it is. But in pre-opening, there's some trends that you are spotting. One is that the PSU banking space ahead of SBI's numbers is looking good. So SBI itself is up 1.5%. Remember, there was some delivery-based buying that we saw in that stock yesterday too. Power Grid reported a very good set of numbers, so that's looking good. In the broader markets, GMDC had a very poor quarter. So that stock has been under pressure. GMDC in pre-opening down almost about 3-4% and a couple of other stocks like Jain Irrigation had a good quarter this time around, so that stock will be in the green. Sun TV as well, the Madras High Court has cancelled Dayanidhi Maran's anticipatory bail, so there could be a sentiment impact on Sun TV as you're seeing on the screen. But now the rates, pre-opening rates have settled higher by about 0.3%. So let's go back to our guests and find out what are the individual stocks that they're looking at. Harendra, you were talking about a couple of pockets that you like in terms of earnings, etc. One space that has done quite well is the entire FMCG space. You were referring to rural consumption themes, names like Hero MotoCorp, etc. But some of these names like Imami, Britannia, Marico continue to do exceptionally well. Anything from that space that you like?
Yeah, so we like the entire basket. I think we're just a little wary on Imami's valuation at this current level, but per se Britannia, Godrej Consumer and Marico are our accumulates. Among the large caps, clearly you have very little choice between HUL, ITC and Nestle. Nestle and ITC are clearly struggling with their own issues, so one outlier in HUL at this game part of time. So a large cap which is under owned could see buying progressively from here on. So I think pretty much the pack looks okay at this game part of time.
Okay. Well, Siddarth, we have to run through a few more of your strategies as well. Bharti Airtel is the sell?
Yeah, Radha, we are seeing telecom space under pressure. Idea, which was buy for us, even that stock is giving up and is breaking support levels. Bharti, we have seen some fresh shorting happening at higher levels of 415, 420 odd levels, and it's struggling to go above that resistance. I believe the stock can see a downfall from current levels and might move towards 390 odd. So I would suggest to short Bharti Airtel. At the same time, I'm also suggesting to buy GAIL Last Tuesday, you have seen significant fall in this counter. We have seen some formation of short, and there was huge volume which took place on Friday. But stock is consolidating at lower levels. I am not expecting a change in trend in GAIL, but I'm expecting a bounce back for a small target of 362 with a stop of 331.
All right. Before we let both of you go, Harendra, a final question to you. This 8,600, 8,650 is proving to be quite a roof for the markets. Do you see it being plunged, conquered, say in a month or so? And more importantly, do you think this will lie where it is, but action will be in the mid-cap space?
So yes, I think we have a period of volatility that we have to actually cover because we are speaking about currency devaluation. I think the last two times that the currency devaluated in a big way, we've had corrections in the range of 10%. But of course, there has been a sharp recovery after that as well. During that period of time, we've not seen a mid-cap, large-cap fall as much. They've been pretty much in line with the Nifty's fall. So yes, so my guess is that the market, if it corrects because of a Fed rate hike or a slow gradual currency devaluation because of the rupee dollar rate, I think we could see a 7-8% correction out there. But whether that would mean that you're going to miss the long-term picture, probably no. But yes, mid and small I think is reaching the red zone in terms of danger levels. I think we'll be reaching that point probably 15-20 days from here on, closer to expiry. I think we need to be watchful of that.
All right. Let's just take a quick let's thank Siddarth Bhamre for joining us and take a quick recap of his picks for today. He's recommended buying GAIL with a target of 362 and a stop loss of 331. He's also recommended selling Bharti Airtel with a target of 390 and a stop loss of 423.
Okay, the other big cue that the markets are going to watch out for is the Goods and Services Constitutional Amendment Bill.